What's up, guys? This is going to be my review of the Titan Fitness pulley tower. I got the tall wall-mounted pulley tower from Titan Fitness. It was around $250 shipped to my door. I've had it for about a week and I figured I'd leave a review. If you're anything like me, you're probably trying to build your first home gym, and Titan Fitness just has the lower price that allows you to get your foot in the door. And maybe you're like me, you don't want to spend $2,000, $3,000 on a cable trainer. And if you're anything like me, you probably just don't have loads of space for something that large. I'm in a 13 by 10 room and I think it's going to be fine. But if I had one of those large trainers, it just wouldn't fit. And I'm sure there's many more people like me that just don't have the room and don't have the budget. So I took a jump, I took a leap of faith here, and I put it all together, and for the most part, I can say I'm just beyond pleased. For $250, I honestly can say you will not find anything as good as this. I've been in gyms for 8-9 years, commercial gyms. I'm probably just like you, just a guy that goes, 3, 4, 5 days a week. And gym is, it's not my whole life, but it's an important part of it. And so, so much so that I'm going through the expensive process of putting equipment in my house and, providing a nice landscape for it with the floors and everything. So I want to make sure that what I buy is of relative quality. This is going to be something that's going to be around for a while. This isn't some kind of short-term hobby. So I figured I'd throw out a positive review for those of you that are like me, that are just trying to get your foot in the door. So this one's a tall wall-mounted pulley system. They have a short one. I can't remember the dimensions, but I want to say it was around 72 inches. But this one is, I believe, 83 or 84, and my joist space is at 85. So it just clears the top here, and it's honestly just perfect. They send you concrete anchors. So this here upright, and then this upright down here, it allows you to attach it to a wall. You will need to do that. It's not mandatory if you're doing like curls or push downs or anything, but anytime you move the pulley towards your body, it's gonna provide a force and you could tip it over. So at the very minimum, do what I did, find a stud, run some nice deep screws into it, and then if you really want something nice, these are called square washers. You can pick these up at like Lowe's. You'll find them where they have Unistrut and stuff, which Lowe's, Menards, as far as I'm aware, that's over in the electrical section, or just ask around. But they're much thicker than regular washers, and that screw is 2 inches long. So it's dug in there real deep. And you can see here, if you grab this, I'm pulling on that pretty hard. So that's not going anywhere. Cables are nice and smooth. I don't really have a weight on it right now. So something you'll notice is these pins are designed for a 1-inch hole, which is like those cheap Amazon plates or those concrete plates or whatever you call those. I do have a set of those, but I'll just use your standard barbell weights with the 2-inch or whatever it is, 2 1/8, and it'll work just fine. And they give you the little clips to slide onto here to keep your plates from falling off, but honestly, they don't even move, so I don't even know where I put them. Okay, so let's see here. They give you these handles. I'm just going to go ahead and pull on this, and you can see, the negative part on a lot of cheap cable machines, you can feel resistance. but you can see here if I let it snap, the pulley isn't really providing much resistance against me. So what that basically means in layman's terms is it has a nice smooth pull. I will say at a commercial gym you can feel the difference. It is a little smoother on the hammer strength cable trainers, but I mean this is about 98% of the way there. It is certainly not the worst I've ever used. You'll have to look around because a lot of people say you have to grease these pulleys. I will agree with that. There's videos out where you pop the center out and then you can add chain lube, grease, whatever you want, and then these pulleys will kind of smooth out a little bit. So I did that. I also put wheel bearing grease on this upright here just to help that slider go up and down a little smoother. It wasn't bad out of the box. Like honestly, it probably didn't even need it, but I'm kind of, you know, big on reducing the resistance as much as possible. So I went ahead and just smeared that all up and down this upright. The dual pulley setup here with the pulleys so close to each other, some people weren't so sure about that. I don't really see any issue with that, and it also allows you to do certain exercises that you probably couldn't do at a commercial gym. Like you could do a back row with this if you set a bench just kind of right out in front here and face into it, and then you can pull these direct towards you like this and kind of replicate a back row machine or a V-bar row. Some people, and this will be kind of difficult one-handed, but some people were interested in just using both of the pulleys at the same time. So here I've got my rope on a carabiner, and then what you can do, you can actually do this and you can pull the whole stack, and that is a nice smooth pull, I'm telling you right now. Like honestly, that $250 shouldn't get you this much of a quality. So again, Titan Fitness pulley tower, I think it's like V3 or something. I got it here at the end of 2022, 250 bucks. You might get it on sale, I didn't. But honestly, I just could not give a better review. It is just so good. I'm sure if you spent $2,000 on a Rogue or a Rep or something with the whole stack and everything, I'm sure it would be smoother. That would be my only complaint, is that it's not laser freaking smooth like a gym one. At the same time, when I read the review saying that, I was kind of skeptical and afraid. It's just not really that bad. I mean, some of the pulleys you had to grease because they were a little sticky, but once you did that, put it together, it really does pull smooth.